We stood our ground and we didn't back down. Halifax Wanderers 3, Atletico Ottawa 2. At Wanderers grounds, the fortress has been repaired in a big way. Here's Now this game had my emotions all over the shop, like all over it. When I saw Sammy Salter, yes, that one, score the first one, and Jan Fillion conceded in an uncharacteristically embarrassing fashion on an absolute P roller, I was worried. When the scoreline was still 1-0 Atletico Ottawa for the whole 45 minutes, I wanted to crawl into my bed and hibernate early. Oh, hi, Prim. And at the end of the match, I was ecstatic and I was getting all into the banter and jumping in, basically doing a lot of stuff that I normally don't do that much of. And I posted two victory jams, and one of them was based on something that I believe it was from a ways mentioned with not backing down, and that was the classic Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song, won't back down. And oh shit, I miss. How do I misspell Geraldo? Good lord. All right. Oh, I guess maybe it's because he investigated, that he absolutely investigated a key spot to score the winning goal. That's why. Geraldo, Tomas Geraldo, pretty great. Let's see. Farron's been doing bits, all kinds of bits in the second half, and it was really that didn't quite get me excited. I I I figured I knew we needed that, and even though it was a fairly low intensity goal, they all count, no matter how low intensity it was. And Farron himself is amazing. Was amazing. And Farron himself was pretty good. Another one. Here's the thing: there were a lot of players who had absolutely dreadful first halves that had at least good second halves. And Peruzza is somebody who, if I could rank individual halves, I'd have given him a poor on the first half and a good or maybe even an excellent on the second. So it balanced out to him being average and not being on the performance rating, because average is a default. And that's so I don't have to put in like somewhere between 11 and 16 names on the performance ratings every time. Anyone not showing up on a performance rating got an average rating. Calgary did Calgary things. Nimick and Loffrey were a solid rock. Ferrazzo had a was one of the guys with Ferrazzo and Fillion were two folks who had terrible first halves and great second halves. So again, it balances out to average. Fernandez, despite Patrice Geyser having a normal one and deciding on having like inverted meta inception bizarro recursive wingback alternates, and him playing on the left, was doing well even in the first half when we were struggling. That was amazing from him. So he earns that. Geraldo, it wasn't just the goal. It was like when he came in, our intensity was like significantly more when he came in. And Nimick is up there because Nimick was a rock, even when we were struggling in the first half. Nimick was a rock, like usual. Not only that, but he was doing amazingly He's a center back who can play pretty well anywhere, including on the fucking megaphone, where he was leading the "Come on, you boys in blue" chant near the end. It's amazing. Uh, wow. Yeah, I mean, there. I apologize that this isn't very as analytical as some of the others, but I was not really in any kind of analytical mood during the game. It was just it was an emotional roller coaster. I was very much in my feelings. No, no, not even a roller coaster. An emotional cannonball loop. One of the attractions at discontinued water park, Action Park. Action Park was discontinued for consistently being over going a bit too far in terms of ride risk. And it was that. You'll probably get way more analysis out of me in the remaining 3 games. I mean, and probably fewer heck words. We'll see. The thing about Peruzza's goal is that, well, he shot it and he shot nice and low. I guess he realized every time he goes for the top corner, he 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 ends up it ends up hitting my apartment and getting that much closer to one of my windows. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to give this guy a break, and he chilled. Note the lack of whenever he tries a high shot at home. Uh, he still did better in front of goal than Del Campo. There's that. Uh, Salter, ironically, Salter's best day at the Wanderers grounds was he was playing at Ottawa. And I'm not that he didn't have very good days at Wanderers grounds when he was playing for us, because he did. A lot of them were from the spot, but again, they still count. But at Carlos Gonzalez has him doing things from open play. They're pretty good. Yeah, Salter should be proud of himself for the goals. For and we should and on the other hand, he made very clear that he was no longer a wanderer. I mean, obviously we knew that, but I guess he figured we needed an extra reminder, so he gave us one after the equalizer, after the 2-2 equalizer. That was I. It was something of it. One really noticeable thing was when Callum Watson decided to. Now, what he did was unnecessary, rude, thoughtless, and actually kind of funny. When we scored the winner, what would be the winner from Tomas Geraldo, he came in and gave the Ottawa bench both barrels. Now that's not something anybody should be making a habit of. And the ref agreed with by giving him a straight red, and that which, according to the laws, given extremely unsportsmanlike conduct toward non-officials, like say toward an opposing bench, just 2-game ban. So he'll be out for Vancouver and the last home game against Forge. So here's hoping we don't need him too much. That said, he well, yeah, we're going. It's pretty clear, Pat. I'll be very surprised if Patrice Geyser doesn't turbocharge U21 minutes during, at a minimum, the last Vancouver away game, the one coming. We have 3 games and we're in need of 546 minutes. So that's like 6 full shifts worth of minutes, and putting Rush in turbocharge at a time when we have like a 4 point cushion for playoff contention and 3 points ahead of the runner up of the next one down for playoffs. I guess going to Langley, lashing all of our U21s in the starting lineup at the same time and playing Rush between the sticks would be prudent, would be a perfectly fine idea. And even if Vancouver do what they did last time and win, they'll suck. I'll be upset. But the primary both, but Pat will have gotten the primary objective out of the way. We're hurting a lot more for minutes than points. And in the Canadian Premier League, 2,000 under 21 minutes, and every team knows it from the start to the end of the thing. 2,000. And Pat, if we miss out on the playoffs specifically due to minutes, then that's on. Then as much as I back him, as much as I want to let him cook, that is on him. And I think he gets it. So he's doing a bit of a gamble by waiting on this and deciding to turbocharge all his minutes. But I guess we have an opportunity for that gamble to pay off, as long as no really important ones like Geraldo or Coimbra get injured. Coimbra already served out an accumulation suspension, so if he so he should be good otherwise, unless he gets 2 yellows or something like that. Please don't do that. I would be sad if you did that, Canada. Omar was kind of lost at sea. He wasn't stinking out the place, but it was clear that he was struggling. And when Rampersad came in, it was night and day. So that's why he is our only -1. He's our only poor. And yeah, he was lost at sea for most of it, in a way that didn't quite recover even in the second half, but didn't go completely to shit either. He had a poor first half and an average second half. Anywho, main thing is we have our game. I'm pretty sure I could guess Patrice Geyser's game plan, or at least a large part of it for next time out. And at the Willoughby Community, the Willoughby Community Stadium Center, Willoughby, the one in Langley, the one in Vancouver. And let's just see how well it goes in the weekend to come. Until then, and as always, come on, you Wanderers. Get it! Up those wonderful Blues.